Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and standing outside a house flip that is almost done, 99% of the way done. We just finished going over final blue tape items, some things that need touched up, and besides that, it's pretty much done. You can see we painted the outside, redid the siding, redid the roof. Was in pretty bad shape when we bought it, and we have the before video that I'll link to in the description. Before we get started, of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on my flips, rentals, all that good stuff. I have a really cool article that came out today on buying versus renting, which is like 6,000 words, so check that one out. We bought this house for $270,000 from the MLS. It was listed for $290,000. It is out in the country, as you can see. I'm in northern Colorado. This is about 10 to 15 miles east of Eaton, Colorado. And there is 24 acres of land out here. So you can't do a whole lot with it because there's no really water for irrigation or anything. But if you like a lot of land and possibly rattlesnakes, then it's a great place to be. Of course, the camper is still here. Everybody follows my camper stories, but our contractor is going to get rid of that very soon so that we can list it. Something else is we might not have to list this because the contractor who did a lot of the work on this wants to buy it himself. So there's actually a few things in here that really bug me that I'll show you. But he said he's going to buy it. We've agreed to a price. So I can't complain too much because he's going to be the one living here. So I'll show you those. But we're thinking right around $400,000 is what it'll be worth. Spent probably $35,000 on the repairs. And didn't have to do too much inside except for cosmetic stuff. We redid the floors, redid the paint, light fixtures. That light fixture right there really bugs me, but it's okay. This is a manufactured home, so it's, you know, two halves of a house were brought over here on a truck and then put together and put on a real foundation. So it has a concrete foundation, permanent foundation, and it can be financed with FHA. Quite a few conventional lenders will finance them if they're on permanent foundations and permanently affixed to the ground. If they're a mobile home, which means they still have axles, aren't attached, then it becomes much trickier. I know you guys had asked me to show this room, the wonderful manufactured furnace, which is really loud for some reason, but we had it all checked out and everything, and our HVAC guy said it's fine. The kitchen, these cabinets were already in here, so one way we saved money just kind of touching them up with some stain. Our guy did his counters, just laminate with wood, which isn't my favorite, but actually looks really good with the cabinets, and then you'd have to do kind of granite because of that bar, the irregular shape of the counter, so that was the cheapest, most cost-effective way to go. This property being in the country with 24 acres does not have to be perfect to sell. Now, we still want to make them nice and safe and everything, but it doesn't need granite counters. It doesn't need lots of fancy stuff. In fact, you know, it's going to be nicer than 95% of modular homes out here with the paint, carpet. It's actually got drywall and sheetrock. A lot of these properties will have kind of the panels that are really ugly with really ugly wallpaper on them. So that's already done. That was nice. We didn't have to do that. Has 3 bedrooms on this side and another of the master bedrooms on the other side. So redid the vanity. Still needs cleaned, as you can see. That tub was already here. Just cleaned it up. And the flooring. Here's one of the other bedrooms. You can see kind of our blue tape and spots where the paint needs touched up. Didn't have to do windows, didn't have to do doors. That all saves us money. And something else we've always tried to do is have as many subs as possible. And our contractor, who's actually an employee of ours, he's full-time for us, does a ton of different work for us. He really likes to paint, but it's so much easier to have our painters come in here and do stuff, and they usually do a slightly better job. And then we can have our contractor focusing on more skilled, not that painting's not a skilled job, but other things that the painters can't do, other people can't do. That saves us so much time. So the painters did do the outside, but our contractor did the inside. All right, just about all this materials and everything is from Home Depot. The floors, the paint, the light fixtures. With our Manage Pro account, we save a ton of money there. It also has kind of this office separate room right here. So one nice thing about these manufactured homes is they usually have quite a bit of space in them. You know, they're definitely cheaper to bring out and put together than building from scratch, and definitely bigger than most of the stick-built homes you see for the same price. And here, this is something that really bothers me. Well, first off, there's no door to the master bath, which my little arrow is supposed to indicate that. But every time I walk in this room, I just get like, the vinyl's not straight. And I don't know why he did that, but it makes me feel like all the walls are crooked and all the cabinets are crooked, and it drives me crazy. And Nikki, my project manager, was just saying how it doesn't bother her, but it really bothers me. So that's something, if he doesn't buy it, we've got to fix that and redo that, because that just, I don't know why it's like that. And the other thing that bothers me is this tub. They had one of the big giant manufactured home tubs in it, which really isn't that big, but the space they use is big. So we got a nice, decent tub, but then he put like vinyl around it with carpet threshold for the stairs, which I think is kind of wonky looking. So, and that vinyl's not, let me look. I'm trying to see. I can't tell for sure. Well, it is straight on that wall. So I think part of the reason why I did this, to give him some credit, is you can see that wall is straight. Look at that line. It's like half an inch off. So these walls are not straight. So that could be why he had a hard time making the floor straight, but there might be a better way to lay it out so that it doesn't look quite so crazy. That's the master bath. And then we'll take a look out back too. The before video, you'll see that the siding was basically gone on most of the back of the house. So we had to re-side it. It really wasn't that expensive. The siding we got from Home Depot, I think was $3,000 for the materials. Then our guy could put it up. See lots of sagebrushes out here. Not many neighbors, that's nice. But all the siding was just falling off. And it was the vinyl siding, which I really don't like, because it does just one piece breaks off and the rest of it will blow off in the wind. It's really windy out here. And you'll see the roofs blow off all the time. A lot of people have metal roofs because of that. We put on a regular shingle roof, which is still has a warranty and guaranteed, because metal's much more expensive than just the shingles. And we still need to get gutters on the outside too. That is ordered as well to come out. And then the garage right here, new siding, new roof on that garage as well. They listed this as a 4-car garage when I bought it, but it's only 2 wide, and I don't think it's quite deep enough to be 4. I guess if you had small cars maybe, but it's a good size, definitely good size building. And you could get a few cars in here, and there's a little kind of workshop back here. That stove was in the living room when I bought it, and you can see that. They actually used that for the heat for the house. So when we first looked at it, there were a couple older ladies living here, dogs everywhere, smelled really bad. That was their only source of heat. And we had our HVAC guy come check out everything, assuming we'd have to replace the furnace since they're not using it. And he said at some point, someone had simply turned the switch off on the furnace, and that's why it didn't work. So he turned the switch on, cleaned it up, and it worked fine. So we took that out and just left it out here in case somebody ever wants to use it. And we left a little note where the gas line would be to show people, hey, gas line here if you want to put that in. All right, so that's the property. We'll have a lot more videos here coming up soon, buying more properties this week and next week. Have 4 under contract to buy in the next month or so. So that's exciting. We should have a couple more finishing up, but it'll be a little while, probably a week or two before those are done. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get this sold to our contractor, not have to worry about it, and keep moving on. Like I said, bought it for $270, have about $35,000 in repairs on it, another $25,000 other costs, financing costs, carrying costs, insurance, property taxes, selling costs, things like that. If we sell it to our contractor though, that might be less because he won't have an agent that we have to pay, so that'll be great. And then also something interesting on this one is I was figuring this house cost me probably $100 a day to own with our financing costs, taxes, insurance, utilities, all that stuff. So one reason why we try to get it done quick and don't do crazy massive remodels and everything is because those costs will eat into your profit so fast and so quickly, and pretty soon you're not making anything if you're holding them for a long time. All right, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up if you did. Leave any questions or comments below and I'll try to answer them. And of course, subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And we'll have more videos coming up soon. Thanks for watching.